It's been a short while since I've updated on the game, so I figured I would do another update on it. I've mainly not done any because I've not felt like I've made enough progress to do an update on it. Because I've mainly been working on behind the scenes things like a enemy toggle script so that I can sit here and essentially load the enemies per floor and then sort of reset the game all at once, etc. And instead of just deleting the enemies when they die, it disables them so that they can be re-enabled later. So I don't have to use prefabs to spawn them in or something, which on a larger scale might be better, but at the moment I want to make each one a bit more unique, and just disabling them seems to work at the moment. Well, it isn't. It's messing up the initial disable for some reason, but that's what part of what I've been working on. I've also been working on a script to collect the enemy's information so that I can, for example, up here, have it tell you when it's your turn and then when it's Pygmy Bluff's turn or Gremichin's turn or any of the other enemies, so that it feels like it's a little bit more connected to the game. At the moment, the Tic-tac-toe has a very basic. It's working, and it has a very, very, very basic, I guess, AI that sits here and basically just when it's your turn, or after your turn, when it's the enemy's turn, it just randomly selects a piece of the board to put a crystal on. It's not great at the moment, but it's really simple code that is just really simple for the sake of being simple, but I will fix that later. It's really just hard to lose against at the moment, mainly. And I do want something that you can possibly lose against without actively trying for 5 minutes. Over here, I've started the process of just testing to see if the enemy information script works to get portraits. It's a very temporary portrait in a very temporary spot that was just there to see if, when I hit an enemy, it would display their portrait, which at the moment is working. The match 3 game I have worked on. I will actually just pull it up, I believe. As in, I think it's in here. Yeah, there you go. I've worked on recoloring the tiles so that they have actual colors instead of being black tiles that all sort of merge together. I don't know if I kept any tiles black, but some of the colors do merge together, like the blues start to, so I might switch one back to the black, because it is really, really gorgeous. And I would like to use them for actual room design at some point. Probably not the color ones, but... So I have that looking a little bit better. I've also switched some of the tiles out to be a different symbol, but at the moment, the only thing not working between these two games is the tic-tac-toe. The text isn't showing for some reason. At the moment, it's just turned off so that it doesn't obstruct my view, but when the game actually starts, it's not appearing. I have no clue why. I didn't notice it until, like, a couple days ago, purely by coincidence. The crystals that appear, I've not got the animations working at the moment. I think I just need to redo them. But otherwise, those are working. I had at one point background spiraling, but I don't know what I did. I seem to have lost that animation, but... So I want the background to basically just spiral around slowly in the background so that you can have something happening and have it look like you're pulled into a vortex or something. But if I don't have this, I would also like this background to animate a little bit, but I'm not certain how. It might just be like sliding it across the screen or something. Again, no clue. Over here, I want to create a game where items fall from the sky. I don't know if I'll have a key there. I honestly do not know. But with the items falling from the sky, I think that would be a lot of fun. To just, like, run around and catch them, and then that would be a quick minigame. I mean, yeah. So that's currently the 3 variants of the mini games I have. I want the floors to go through in sort of this order, where it goes all the way down, then back up, and then to them. I've, for the moment, mainly solidified that I want about 9 rooms in total, including the exit field, for you to run through to get to the end, and then I also want there to be an option to explore that floor. I may at some point move this so that you have to find the next room, but for the moment I think it's nice to have the option to just ignore the rest of the content or run straight through to the end. I don't know, it may change, but since I'm planning on putting in, like, collectible items, achievements, things like that, it would be nice to be able to just skip a floor instead of having to find the rest of it, so it's easier to say, like, "Ah, yes, I've cleared all of floor 1, so I'm just gonna skip that and go to floor 2," rather than having to go and find the next room and such. But I want the doors to the next floor to be unlockable in some way, like, I had boulders here. I think it might be fun to, for example, find, like, a pickaxe or something, excuse me, to break away the boulders. I have no clue at the moment, but I think that would be a fun thing. I've also started adding in paintings, because I think doing something with the paintings might be fun. And they're just assets of the game that are, I don't remember what they were called, but these are spells, I believe. Little spell icons for the RPG game that I've just put on top of one of the like empty tiles. But I think it works well for a painting, and that's more or less where I am. I want to make the boss floors, sorry, have their own unique battles. And as you can see, I've been theming them. I've made it so the pillars are behind you when you walk in front of them and in front of you when you walk behind them, because that took me a second to realize it was code, because you clip between pieces of it unlike the rest of it. And here I've got little icicles, and I think one thing I'd like to do for the bosses is have them have a puzzle that interacts with their room, rather than with it just teleporting you here. I don't know how that would take the form of yet, especially with this guy's room. I don't know if it would be like finding items or what, but I think that might be fun. Here it would just be like pushing the blocks of ice into different places, but yeah, that's roughly where I am at the moment. I've been just sort of slowly ticking through things. The question marks are also not temporary or not permanent, they are very temporary. They're just there to let me know where things are either not working or where I want to add things in, so that I can see it a bit easier than in like a Google Docs where I have to go and actively search for it. But that's where I am at the moment. It's slowly adding things, so yeah. Bye.